everyone, Kris here. I made a video recently while I was just talking to you while I was getting ready, and it was so nice because, I'm constantly like, oh, I should make more content, but full disclosure, I have a 1-year-old, and I only have childcare a couple days a week, so the rest of the time I'm with my baby. So I'm working on so many different projects, and many of which I'm really excited to share with you in the near future. But it's really hard to just find time to just make a quick video, even though it seems like it shouldn't be. So this is great because I'm in here getting ready anyway, and I can just talk to you guys. So today I wanted to talk about creating your own reality, and also just fear being an illusion. So I can already got my forehead here. So we create our own reality, and I think a lot of people hear this a lot with the law of attraction, and it was popularized by films like The Secret. By the way, 3 people from The Secret endorsed my book, which is called Change Your Mind to Change Your Reality. So if you want like a deep dive on this, check that out. But we create our own reality, and there are thousands of infinite possible realities that can exist. Quantum physics backs this up. And people who even seem to live next door to each other seem to live in different realities, right? Believing 2 totally different things and living 2 totally different kind of lifestyles. So you get to decide what kind of reality you want, right? There's a default one that we're all given based on this collective humanity that we're born into, but the more you focus on the reality you want, the more that reality comes into the forefront, and the more the reality given to you by default starts to fade away. So, right now, for example, there's a lot of scary stuff happening in the news, especially on TikTok, where I really kind of live as far as social media. For example, there's been crazy things happening with aviation, right? I don't even know how many plane crashes there's been, and I don't know, just fires, and now American Airlines is supposedly grounding flights, and that's some scary stuff. And no one's denying that's real, right? But reality is only as real as we make it. I was talking about that in a recent video, so if you want a little more context on that, go check out the last video I did where I was getting ready. But people can say, people like Lord Cameron, the past life regression hypnotist, and people like David Hawkins from Letting Go, The Pathway of Surrender, which is a phenomenal book. You can say I choose to not accept this. This doesn't exist in my reality. And you don't have to feed into that fear. You don't have to read those headlines. If it shows up in your timeline, just keep scrolling. You don't have to dive into it, because the more you give it your attention, the more you're gonna bring it into reality. It's gonna crystallize in your timeline. Because the universe works like the Facebook algorithm. The more you interact with something, and the more, especially the more emotional you get about it, the universe is oh, they like that. Let's send a little bit more of that their way. And it's this feedback loop, right? The more you engage, the more you get sent, the more you engage. And it's all about what gets you emotional, what gets you worked up, right? So if you're seeing something online that's outraging to you, and you comment on it, and you share it, and you talk about it, you're bringing that into reality, where you can simply say no, this doesn't exist in my reality, and you don't have to engage. Now, that's not spiritual bypassing. That's not burying your head in the sand. Hopefully that didn't mute everything last time. It's just about choosing what you get emotionally invested in, because there's a million things, infinity things going on. There's so many different timelines, and when you choose higher vibration things to focus on, you're bringing more of those higher vibration things into your reality, and then you get that feedback loop, right? So it's really easy to, get sucked into the drama and catastrophizing and the fear. But remember what I was saying in the last video, fear is an illusion. I remember that amazing Course in Miracles quote, nothing unreal exists, right? And fear is unreal. So you get to decide what you let into your reality. And only you can decide that. And you don't have to announce it on social media and start drama about it, but you can turn off CNN. Like my mentor Mary Morrissey says, it stands for constantly negative news, right? Because that's what gives them viewership. But you can tailor your timeline, right? There's that quote, the 5 people you spend time around really influence your life, and that same thing goes for social media these days. Who are you following? What are you following? When I look at my timeline, it's all spiritual stuff or I don't know, cool science stuff or things I'm interested in learning or business stuff. So I'm not seeing all of those horrible headlines when I log onto social media. Now, we also teach what we need to hear, right? I totally got sucked into it for a second. And it's oh my God, my husband's flying soon. But he actually reminded me, and that's why it's so amazing to have a good person on your team, right? You get to create your reality, right? And it's yeah, thank you for the reminder. So this is a reminder to me, this is a reminder to you. You get to choose what you focus on. And life is a game, right? It's this incredible thing where you get to manifest optimal health and you get to manifest an amazing relationship and you get to manifest your dreams coming true, your dream career. So focus on the positive because it takes just as much time and energy to focus on the positive as it does to focus on the negative. And you will be building a beautiful life for yourself. And a year from now, you can look back and be oh my God, look how far I came. Look at all these beautiful things I've manifested into my life. Versus if you're just focusing on the fear, you're going to perpetuate that cycle. So if you want to deep dive on all this, check out my book, Change Your Mind to Change Your Reality. Follow me. I'm at Kris, Change Your Mind with Kris on all the channels. And I will see you all soon.